Okay, Abdul Hafiz. Let's maybe Abdul Hafiz is smarter. Yes, Mr. Abdul Hafiz. Turn off your camera, please. Turn off your camera, Abdul Hafiz, and mute your YouTube. Okay, what do you want to say to us?
Sorry, you could see my video?
Yeah,
sorry.
It's all right.
Yes, my question was that I've heard many of your speeches. They're very nice. But the question is that about destiny, we have heard from our scholars that destiny means like God knew what you were going to do in the future. So that is what he written down.
Okay, my friend, I'm listening to you. I thank you for what you say, but do you see the hadith in front of you? Does it sound like this is about Allah he knew, or this is about Allah's decision before you are even created where you will go? As you see here, the child did not commit sin. Why he might go to hell? You're mine.
Because our scholars, they say this is because Allah, he can do anything. I mean, if he wills.
Okay, no problem. Okay, my friend, okay, no problem. But don't you Muslim, you call Allah al-adil, which means the just?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it the Quran speak that you pay for your sin?
Yes.
Okay. So now why the child who did not commit sin, he will pay for no sin? He will go to hell. Explain to me. Go ahead.
I understand this point, and this denies that the adjust part, that the name of Allah, one of the name is just. I agree with that, but the problem is about destiny. Does it prove that God, Allah does not know the future, and he could not write it down as our destiny?
My friend,
I don't call it destiny. Call it qadar.
No, this is not what we are talking about. You see, we are answering a video of a Muhammadan from Indonesia about God have his free will, right? And God, when he say things, he do what he say, correct? So Allah, he said that you will pay for your sin. Okay, no problem. Now, why a child who did not commit sin, he will go to hell?
Yes, that I agree. That I'll check this with my scholar, that there is a problem with this. I agree with you.
Okay, the problem with this. Okay, hold on, my friend. You see, I like talking to you. You sound like an intellect person, and we can have a conversation. You spoke to your scholars, and they say there's a problem with this. Is that the problem with Muhammad or the problem with Allah?
Yes, I'm going to talk to them about this hadith and ask them that if...
No. You already spoke to them, and you said to me they agree that there is a problem. Okay, the problem here, it is the problem with Allah. Allah is not being smart, or the problem with Muhammad not being smart. Which one is not smart for you?
The problem is destiny, because I have to check that...
okay, my friend,
yeah,
I see you are avoiding my question. I'm sure you are smart enough to understand what I'm trying to say to you. You said there's a problem here. There's a problem, all right? Okay. The problem here is in the statement that a child, he might go to hell even though he did not commit sin. That's wonderful. Now, the problem is in the teaching of Muhammad or in the teaching of Allah?
I think there could be a problem in both.
Okay, so now we have a problem with the teaching of Allah, and this is a Muslim calling me agreeing that the teaching of Allah obviously is messed up. This is what we mean. There is a problem here. It's messed up.
Yeah.
So how Allah can be messed up?
And I think that's true, but I'm just talking about the destiny part. That is something I haven't fully grasped, and I'm not fully in on it. But yes, I'm going to ask my scholar about this also.
Okay, let me ask you, Feroz, right? Your name is Feroz?
No, Abdullah.
Abdullah, sorry, we missed the one before you. His name is Feroz. All right, Abdullah. When Adam, he commits sin, did he commit sin by his free will, or Allah forced him to commit sin?
Allah knew what he was going to do.
No,
so he wrote down.
This isn't the question. You see, please, I respect you that you are a smart person. So I want a smart answer. Listen carefully to my question before you open your mouth, please.
Okay.
Did Adam choose to commit sin, or Allah made him commit sin, forced him to commit sin? What do you say?
Well, even if Allah knew that Adam was going to do sin, he could have stopped him.
This is not the question. Again, you see,
Yeah, sorry.
I trust your intelligence, and please respect respect my, you know, you see, I have limited patience. You know, I am a human being. I'm not you know. So if I hang up on you, they will say, hey, hang up on me. Why I need to repeat the question 1,000 times for a Muslim? So my friend, again, did Allah force Adam to commit sin when he was in heaven and he ate from the tree, or Adam, he did commit sin by his choice?
I think Allah forced him, because if Allah wanted to, he could have stopped him. Why did he write in his destiny then?
Okay, hold on. Guys, Allah, he forced him, and you are right. The hadith says that there is a debate between Adam and Musa about committing
I've heard
sin.
of that video. I've seen that video of yours.
Yeah, so good that you are watching my videos. Soon you will leave Islam. My friend, hold on, but hold on. Let me make my comment, please. So when Moses and Adam, they have a debate, and Moses, he lost the debate because Adam's argument is, you cannot blame me for a sin I did because of Allah. He forced me to do a sin. I commit. He ordained for me before he created me. Actually, in different hadith says he ordained for me 40 years before he created me. Okay. So now, if Adam been forced to commit sin, and he did sin because Allah forced him, why Allah?
Yes, I think
why
Allah is unjust, because because of his name Adil, he's not Adil, because I've heard your videos also, some other, where you explained, because, you know, if Allah was Adil, our scholars will not say that it's Allah who, if he wants to, he can throw all of you in heaven, he can throw all of you in hell if he wants to. So I think you are right about that. Okay, so now you agree that Allah is not just. Yes, I agree. Wonderful. That means Allah cannot be God, because God should be just. I am unjust, you are unjust. We know, if you make me a judge, for sure many people will end in jail, just because my knowledge is limited and my brain is limited too. And there is no way I can be just unless I'm God. So when God, we prove that he is unjust, that means we prove that he is not God. Yes, I'm thinking about this, yes. Okay, so now Allah, he cannot be God, and yet he is unjust. Then how we can accept him to be our God? If he is, you know, there's a simple principle, God, he should have logically, and then this logic disappear. He is not just. And why he kicked Adam from heaven if he is the one who forced him to commit sin? I mean, this is stupid. Actually, the only problem is the just thing. If this name was not there, like just and Adil, it wouldn't be a problem. That is the problem which is actually making me think. Well, yeah, but here, my friend, not because his name is Adil only. I mean, the Quran claim that every soul pay for its sin, correct? Every soul. Okay, so now we discover that every soul have no sin. It was the sin of Allah. So the one who should pay for the sin is Allah. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you are in the army, and I am, let us say you are the captain, I am a soldier for you, and you say to me, shoot this guy. In the wartime, if I say no, I will be killed. So I have to obey you because you are the boss, and then I shot the guy. According to the court, I will not go to jail. The captain who ordered me, he will go to jail if this is a crime, correct? Correct. Okay. Allah, he ordered Adam to commit sin. So why Adam, he go to jail when the fact it's Allah? Allah is the criminal. He is the one should go to hell. But maybe Allah did this, forced Adam and do all these things so that, you know, he can judge and test people on earth. My friend, hold on. Okay, but you just made it even more worse. Let me tell you why. Because if Allah want to test people, shouldn't he test them? I mean, what kind of test you fail me to fail? What kind of test? You give me a test, the test mean give me a chance to pass. But this test, nobody can, you know, so you just denied for me to fail, and then you call it test? That is not test. Okay, actually you have given me a lot of time. Thank you for that, because mostly when I try to call my scholars, they don't even pick up my phone. So I will try calling one of my scholar.
All right.
But I'm quite convinced by you, and I'm really surprised that you talk to normal people like me and you hear our,
Well, my friend, hold on. What do you mean normal people like me? I respect you. You are my brother Christ. He love you. The Lord Himself, He love you, and He don't love me more than you. What are you talking about? I am no one, my friend. I am no one. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy even to touch the feet of my Lord. So I am no one. And yes, I am here for you and for anyone like you. And I'm not better than you, my friend. But let me tell you, before you go,
many of I'm happy, but this thing is only problem with the destiny. But I'm going to do some more research with my scholar on this, just a little more.
Okay, before you go, before you go, Abdullah, listen. Now, as long as we agree that this is all cannot be true from God, and I mean, even if you ask scholars what they will say, it says clearly. I mean, this is their prophet. Can they say something against what the prophet said? If the prophet he got it wrong, can the scholars get it right? There's no way. I mean, the hadith is very simple, right?
To me, the scholars say to me that don't ask so many questions. It's not good to ask questions.
Yeah, well, they are saying to you what is written in the Quran in chapter 5, verse 101. Ask no questions. All right. This is the only answer they have, because simply Islam is a stupid cult, and the only way to stop you from understanding Islam to say to you, chapter 5 verse 101 says, ask not questions, because those questions will make you leave Islam. So what we do in order to avoid troubling questions, for Allah cannot handle the truth, we say ask not. Oh, you believe, ask not questions, because things which is made plain to you may cause you trouble. Okay, and this is one of them. So the second you start to question Islam, you leave Islam.
Sorry, you leave Islam?
You leave Islam, because the verse after it says, by the way, the verse number 1, 2, read it. Some people before you asked the same questions and they left Islam, they lost their faith. Do you see it? The same Quran saying that. The Quran saying, if you ask questions, Muhammad had no answers. Muhammad is just a thief. He tried to establish religion. This is why in the beginning he started fasting like the Jews. Then he fast like the Christian, and then he fast the Sabian, and then he took Ramadan from the Sabian, and he fast Ashura, then he throw Ashura, and then he want to pray, but he don't know how to pray, and he start watching the Jew, so he start praying like the Jew, and then he saw the Sabian, so he decided to do ablution like the Sabian, and then he mix all those together, and he come with a new religion, including Allah, which is a pagan god, mix them together, and he is a prophet of Islam. That is Islam. Do you remember? Do you remember the hadith? Do you remember the hadith? I'm sure as long as you are watching my videos.
Yes, I'm watching.
When Muhammad was praying in a funeral, as long as we are talking about a funeral, when he was praying in a funeral, and a Jewish guy he walked by, and the Jewish guy he said to Muhammad, "This is how we do it." Okay, what's wrong with that? So the message of Allah, the message of Allah used to stand up for the funeral until the corpse was placed in the grave. A learned Jew, which means a rabbi, he passed by and he said to him, "This is how we do it." The prophet, he said, sit down, act differently." Okay, hold on. I am a prophet of God. I was praying according to Allah teaching or according to my fantasy? Because if Allah taught me how to pray, I will not change it, because just a Jew, he told me this is how we do it. Imagine Christ is teaching us, and then Christ, a Jew, a rabbi, he said to him, "This is how we do it." And then Christ says to the Christian, the disciple, sit down, act differently. Obviously this guy is a fraud. He got busted. The Jew, by saying that, Muhammad, he knew that they got him busted. He is doing what the Jews do. So now he decides, okay, they got me busted, act differently. In a second, in a moment, he did not even wait for tomorrow until the angel come to him and find a solution. In the same second, he changed the way to pray. So who is the one who taught him to pray then? Nobody. Obviously, he is fabricating his own prayer, how you pray, and he is copying the Jews. When the Jew, he said to him, "This is how we do it." Muhammad, he said, I got busted, let me change it. Who gave you the authority to change it? And if this is a prayer from Allah, and the Jews pray that way, aren't you Muslim? You claim that the Jews they used to follow Moses too. So why you want to change it? Because Muhammad is a fraud.
Hello.
Yes, if you can mute YouTube, please. So, my friend,
I
what about you before you leave? What about you denounce Islam and you accept that Islam is
No,
a
I
false
just
religion?
know one thing that about destiny. I agree with other things. I just want to understand destiny. Do you? So you were saying that God, forced everything to do things. So destiny does not mean that He knew what was coming, and that is what He wrote down. You're saying that, right?
No, yeah, because you see, knowledge of God is not destiny. That is not destiny. That is a power of God.
Yes.
Destiny is I make you do things, which means pre-plan for you, and you just do the plan. Even the word you say, it is my words. Even the act, like if we go as an example, just to explain it more. When somebody commits sin like adultery, do he choose to commit adultery, or it was an order from Allah? The logic is, I choose to commit adultery, correct?
Yes, and Allah knew that, so He wrote
Okay,
down.
so how Muhammad, he say that Allah told him, Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in which if necessity must commit. Necessity must commit. So,
that means.
So
it means
how?
that
Okay, but
He will do some parts with His hand,
but
some
my
parts
friend,
with His tongue.
okay, but my friend, okay, so we stone a woman for adultery, but it's Allah who made the women do adultery. Is that fair?
Does it say that exactly? I mean,
Yes, it says that. Read carefully, my friend. Read carefully. Can you read it for me in the screen?
Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which man will indulge in, and which he of necessity must commit.
Right. So okay. So now a woman or a man, for sure, the woman, she will not do adultery again alone. She will do it with the man.
That means that we might see women. So it means that is a fixed part, and not everybody is saved. Like you also might have watched some women maybe while we were walking out on the street. So that is fixed, isn't it?
No. You see, no. This is fixed. This is a predestiny. Allah has a fixed very portion of adultery which a man will indulge. Will. Would you see will? It says will.
Which a man will indulge in.
Will. Okay. So this is something you will do in the future. Who is the one who fixed it already for you? Allah. It's fixed.
Yeah, He fixed it. Means that, of course, it means that you are going to do it.
Right.
But,
so it's not my choice. It's not.
You will do it, right? So He's fixed some part.
Right. So it's not only you will do it. It's about the amount you will do. It says the very portion. Correct. So Allah, He decides for you how many women you will sleep with, how many women you will look at, how many times you will do it. He decided before you do it, and now you must commit. Now, so why Muhammad, he says, if a man commit adultery, whip him. If a woman, she is married, commit adultery, stone her. I mean, where is justice? If you are the one who decide for her, before you created her, how many men she would sleep with, how you stone her for a crime she did not do. The one should be whipped is Allah, because He is the one who made her do it.
Yes, I've seen most of your videos, and I agree with you most of the things. Almost, you're right about it. Yes, there's some things like this destiny. I still have to ask my scholar, but most of the things I agree.
All right. So, but you will not leave Islam by now yet. You will not announce Islam is false for you.
Yes, I think I'm actually already planning to do, because after watching some of your videos, I'm just doing a little more research into this. But I think 99% you're right.
All right, so 99.9%. So my friend, the 1% is stopping you. Let me help you to get rid of it. What is the 1% stopping you to leave Islam? To say I am out?
As some people, I'm just trying to see, because out of 100%, maybe the things that you talk about in the videos and it, I haven't read your books anyway, but I think that is only a short percentage, isn't it? Like 5% maybe. What about the 95% good?
Okay, my friend, let us go with you. Let us go with you. If you want to kill somebody, how many drop of poison you need to put in a big dish? 1. So if we have a whole dish and we discover that there is poison in the dish all is spoiled. We are talking about God, my friend. It's not about maybe, okay, he's a human being. He
That's
is
why I want
right
to
in
be sure.
something.
That's why I want to be sure. That's why I want to be sure that maybe there's something.
We are
maybe
already sure. We are already sure. You know, mistakes in science, mistakes in history. This God, he can't even quote the name correctly. The father of Mary, his name is Umran. Who is Umran? How
yeah,
in
that
the
is a
world?
strong case. That is a strong case.
Yeah. What about the father of Moses is Umran too? This is stupid. And then Mary is a sister of Aaron. That is stupid. And then Azar is the father of Abraham. Who is Azar? You know. And then all
I'm just
the.
going to ask just a few more questions from my scholar, and next time I'll call you, and maybe I can confirm some answers from you, and then I'll decide the other 1%.
Well,
if it's 100% or no.
well, I don't know. For me, I don't see a reason for you not to leave Islam right now, and this is why I'm giving you more time to say to me, what is the 1%? Give it to me so I can either make it clear for you, or you can just do your own search. What is the 1%? Give me the 1% which holding you from staying as a Muslim. What is the 1%?
No, there is nothing holding me from that. I'm just just want to see that there's so many things that you've talked about which are, of course, I've seen they're logical and they are true, but that's a small percent. Like the religion is big, so maybe that small percent, maybe there's some point, some mistake.
But my friend, hold on. You see, the religion is big, but the base of the religion now is destroyed already. You see, when we build a house, we start from where? We don't start from the roof. We start from the basement, correct?
Correct.
Okay. When you say to me that destiny is the basement of our religion, this religion is gone, because simply I commit sin is not my sin. I killed this guy, Allah, he made me kill this guy. I commit adultery, Allah made me commit, and then he will punish me for what he made me do. That's not only not fair, this is stupid. And then you say to the Muslims, and then remember, how many time, Abdullah, how many time you heard the Muslims saying, well, if Jesus, he died for your sin, is it fair that he died for the sin he did not commit? How many time we heard that saying? Okay, so as long you are against somebody to be killed for a sin he did not commit, well, all of you Muslims believe that you are going to be punished for a sin you did not commit, because this is all his destiny. You are going to be punished for adultery, but it's destiny. You are going to be punished for not killing Christians and Jews, and this is destiny. And so why I'm going to be punished? Adam was kicked out of him when Allah, he says to him and to Shaitan, get down all of you from it. Why? Because Shaitan, he whispered to Adam, but this is the destiny of Allah. Allah, he made Shaitan do that. Actually, the Quran says it clearly. Let me show you. Shaitan, he says to Allah the following, showing you the madness of the one who wrote the Quran. I hope you speak Arabic. It says here, قال فبما أغويتني. Okay, أغويتني is what? أغويتني mean you tempted me and you seduced me to do bad. Look at the first translation the Muslims they have. They say, because you have thrown me out of the way. The fact it doesn't say that. If we change the translation, look at this. This is Yusuf Ali. I will use different Islamic translation. Let us see if we can discover the truth. Because you have sent me astray. This is the Muslim translation. Okay, I will take it, no problem. But this is not a true too, because aghwaytani is more ugly, filthy word. It's like, okay, aghwaytani is like a woman, she is a prostitute, she is tempting you to sleep with her. That's what aghwaytani mean. So the verse is saying that Iblis, Shaitan, he said to Allah, you are the one who sent me astray. Did Allah say no? No. Who is the one who sent?
Because you have sent me astray.
Okay, so Allah is the one who sent Shaitan astray. So Shaitan is a good guy.
You have sent me astray. I will sit and wait against them, because you have sent.
Yeah. So
yes, I'm reading it.
Shaitan is a victim of the biggest Shaitan. Allah, he made Shaitan go astray. And now Shaitan, he said, because you did that to me, I'm going to do that to them too, okay? So Allah, as long as we believe in destiny, Allah, He destined to shaitan to be shaitan, and now shaitan is serving the plan of Allah. So now shaitan, he is misleaded by Allah, and Allah, He did that because He wants shaitan to mislead us. So all of us, including shaitan, is the victims of Allah.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that 1% is also yes, demolished now. So yeah, I agree with you. Thank you.
Okay, so did you decide to leave Islam or not yet?
Yes, yes,
I'm into that. I'm into that.
About it.
Okay, I'm so happy for you that you decide to leave Islam. This is obviously it's a garbage religion. It doesn't fit for a smart person like you. And now I want to say to you, what is holding you from accepting Christ as your Lord, as your Savior?
Actually, I'm still doing research because, see, I have done some research on Islam. I was a born Muslim, but, you know, I always like doing research, and that led me to your channel. And I watched your videos, and I've seen some very good things about it, and the way you've exposed things. But accepting that, well, there's nothing, but I'm just doing some research.
Okay, here we go. You see, I'm willing to, I will change the topic about this guy. We can make a video about him next time. No problem. I mean, nothing necessarily. How I can help you? Here we go. Christian Prince is in your service. How I can help you to understand Christianity?
I understand. No, I understand there is God. So we all believe. You believe in God. I believe in God. So isn't that enough if you believe in God? And, you know, because all the prophets came down to make us believe in God. So we believe in God. No. So we'll go to heaven. Finish.
Okay, let me explain to you. You see, we believe in God. We believe in God. But who's God? We need to identify God first before we say we believe in God. And prophets, they can be false prophets. Which prophet are we talking about? So we have to find who is God before we can say we believe in God. Now, God, you see, me and you, we were talking about just, right? We were talking about like things God He have. As an example, Jesus never committed sin. They never did wrong. He never.
Yes, I like.
Yet He is a human. I mean, as a human body, flesh, we can be tempted. We can be tempted by money, by authority, by women. Women can be tempted by a man, etc. Yet the Messiah, He is not only never commits sin, He is more than perfect. And we challenge anyone to say that the Messiah, He was wrong in something. Read His book, read His words. Amazing, so beautiful. His miracle prove His power.
Yes, I like about the miracles, because I like the thing about Him is that with Jesus is that He's done a lot of miracles like no one, and, you know, He's always been, you know, so kind and so loving.
And when Jesus says, love your enemy, what do you think about that? Isn't it, this is amazing?
Yes, yes, that is very nice. That's the opposite of Islam.
No, this is not just very nice. I want you to go deep behind the words. You see, if we practice one sentence of the teaching of Jesus, love your enemy, don't you think that there's nobody will stay hungry in this world? Why? How much money we spend for Department of Defense every country? Maybe, I don't know, maybe you are from India, I'm not sure. So how much India spend for defense? Trillions. But India is a poor country, yet they have to spend a lot of money for security. So if everyone of us love his enemy, we will live in heaven, in earth. You see, this earth will turn into heaven if we just love our enemy. So Jesus Christ, not only He taught, there's many people, they say love your neighbor, there's Buddha, there's etc. Okay, but the neighbor, okay, my cousin or my family, no problem. But love your enemy is exceeding a human teaching. It is noble more than what noble is about.
Even the Indian Krishna, he said that. I'm also studying him. He said about love, you know, and he actually said love is the most powerful thing, you know, in this world. You know about Krishna, the god of Hindus. I mean, he also said similar things.
But no, nobody said love your enemy, right? I mean, love, they're talking about love, but in the same time, other religions. So
Jesus never fought? He never fought any jihad or anything?
Jesus never, you see, God, when we say God, Jesus, no, never did. But when we say God, is God going to kill? Yes, He do everything. How is that? When I die, God, He took my soul. Okay, but this is not killing, because simply, you can say like He caused my death, you can say He killed me, but in fact he is the one who gave me life too. So he took back what he gave me. You know what I mean? I don't own my life. It's like, you know, I borrow a car, and then I say to you, why you took my car? But you borrow it from me. It's not yours.
So how to accept it?
How to accept what?
Jesus.
How to accept Jesus? Simply, it's very simple. First, we understand that Christ is the only salvation, and there's no salvation. Nobody will go to heaven except by believing in Christ the Messiah, and by believing in him, and not by anything else. You are going to be saved, and if you believe in him truly, you have to do his teaching. This is why he said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will, which mean the will of Jesus too. And what is the will of Jesus? You follow his step. You follow his command. So a true Christian is the one who will go to heaven, and true Christian is the one who do the will of Christ, not the one who say Lord, Lord, like Shahada, like the Muslims they do. We don't believe in such a madness. Shahada, God do not need Shahada. God do not need somebody, you know, to say to him a hypocrisy statement, because if you are not following him and you say Shahada, you are not saved. So in order to be saved, you have to believe in Jesus from your heart. Not only you announce that I am a believer.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so saying a statement like Islam is rejected by Christianity. You have to say and to do.
I mean, whatever sins you do, God will always forgive you. Is that also true in Christianity? Like, you know,
you see, whatever you do, God forgive you, yes, but doesn't mean that you are going to fool God. You see, God is, you cannot fool God. Like if I say, okay, I do everything, and then before I die 2 seconds I say, God forgive me. That doesn't work with God. And the Bible is full of stories. The Messiah, he taught us parables about being ready. As an example, there's the story about ladies who they are waiting with candles, and some of them they have oil in their candle. You know, in old days they light the candles with oil, and some didn't have oil.
Oh yeah, I pressed this by mistake.
So when the Lord come, those who have candles will be seen. The candle who's lighting with light, they will be seen by the Lord. Those who don't have oil, they cannot light the candle. So what is the oil? Is you being truthful with the Lord in what you say and what you do. So if you want to be a prostitute,
Islam, even if you do sins from
my friend,
the sky,
I will give you an example.
And do as many sins you can do, you'll be forgiven.
No problem. I will give you an example.
If you haven't done shit.
Yes, the Lord, he will forgive you, but the forgiveness is not about you thinking that, okay, you go and do Hajj or you make 5 prayer and that's it, and then you go back to do what you do. No. The Messiah, he forgave a woman, if you read the Bible, who committed adultery, and she was even working as a prostitute. So he forgave her for a very simple reason, to give her a chance to be saved. But he said to her, don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Okay,
so you are forgiven, but don't do that again.
But if you die, if you're doing sins and you die, will you be forgiven? Let's say you are sin.
Yes, my sin is already there. Nobody can take it away. So when the Lord, he says, I forgive your sin, doesn't mean that your sin is gone. It's still there, but I'm not going to make you pay for it. That's all. It's like you commit a guilt. You know, you did something. Okay, let us say you killed a man. Can we fix that? No, you killed him already. So now, okay, you ask God for forgiveness. Forgive me, God. So let us get God forgive you, but still you killed the man. The man is dead already. So what the Lord, he says, when they ask the Messiah how to pray, he says, pray like this: Our Father art of heaven. And then he say right away, forgive to us the same as we forgive to others. What does that mean? In order in Christianity to receive forgiveness of God, you have to forgive. So the basic teaching of Christianity, to be a Christian, is to learn how to forgive and to be loving. That's why he said, love your enemy. In order to love your enemy, you cannot be not forgiving them. and then you say, I'm going to love my enemy. So the first step you do, you forgive your enemy. And then by forgiving them, you receive forgiveness of the Father, of the Lord. So I forgive you, and now I can ask the Lord to forgive me, because simply I did join the company of forgiveness. I forgave too. I am not a hateful person. So what Christ is teaching us, that you forgive, I forgive you. You know what I mean?
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
I understand. So I don't have to do any shahada or anything in Christianity.
No, but you can say you can say, I believe in the Messiah, my Lord, my Savior. I pray for him to accept me in his kingdom. I pray that he is going to take me and accept me to be a child of God who loves me and support me and guide me in my life. You can say whatever word you want. Here we go. The mic is yours. Say anything you want to say to Jesus. Say to him whatever from your heart. You wanna, I believe in you. I accept you. You are my Lord. Anything you want to say. There is no certain words, because you should say something from your heart, not something repeated by somebody else. So what do you want to say to Christ?
Yes, I just want to say that I'm really happy that he has shown me the right path. He's shown me the light. And I'm thankful to him, and I take him as my Lord. And this is what's just come out of my heart right now. That's all. And I do thank you, everybody. I do see some people praying for me in the chat, so I thank you all of them for saying those prayers for me. And I'm thankful to Lord for showing me the right path.
Amen, my friend. We are so happy for you, and glory to the Lord. The Bible says, a happiness in heaven, in the kingdom of God, for one soul is saved, and today you are saved and you accepted Christ. Even though, you were like arguing with me in the chat, and, like you're saying to me, trying to find answers, but here we go. The Lord, he worked in an amazing way, and he brought you to us today, so you can leave Islam and you accept Jesus as your Lord. I'm so happy for you, my friend. Anything you want to say to people?
You also played a role in this, because your sweetness and you're answering things, and otherwise of course this would not have been. So this is also, of course, there's a way, so you have been the one showing it as well. So I thank you as well.
Thank you, my friend. Don't thank me, thank the Lord. The Lord is our guidance.
Yes,
the Lord is our light.
Thank you.
I did nothing. I am just here to help you. I am your brother in Christ, and maybe one day you can teach me something I need to learn. For you see, only the fool, he think he knew everything. Only the fool. You know what I mean? The fool, he's foolish himself.
But there are some questions I might need to ask us. So do you have a channel like for asking questions, like, or you only do Islamic things? Or do you have, we have, if I have something to ask?
Yeah, we have other channel. It's called The Quality of Life. You can join us there. And that channel, we speak nothing about Islam. You can join us and be with us. And maybe
I can ask questions about Christianity.
Yeah, Quality of Life M27. Maybe the admin can post a link for it, and all of you can subscribe. Actually, today is Saturday. Usually Saturday and Sunday and even Friday we go in that channel. But today I decided to go here, and maybe the Lord, he made me come here, so you can reach out and we can help you to accept the Messiah.
And we can also ask you, right? If I want to,
Sure. You can ask me now if you want. No problem, my friend.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again. And I thank you, God, again for showing me the light.
I mean to that. Thank you, my friend. God bless. Bye-bye. All right.